Bonjour mes amis, welcome to today's video. I am back in my kitchen, clearly dressed as somebody. You probably guessed it in my last video when we were recreating the Parent Traps chili and cornbread. I said at the end that I was going to be channeling my inner princess for the next video, and it's my favorite princess. You guessed it, it's Belle. This cute little dress, my parents gave it to me a couple Christmases ago. So I'm wearing it today, and it has pockets, so it's amazing. And then I did my makeup and my hair kind of like Belle to channel my inner Belle, like I channeled my inner Chessie last time. And then for today's video, Disney parks are still closed. We're still staying safe at home. So we watched Beauty and the Beast, which is my favorite princess movie. I love her. I love France, everything French. I've been taking French for like over 10 years. I have a lot of French themed stuff around the house that you can't see right now because we're behind the camera. But we do have this cute little cups in the back that I'll show you close up a little bit later. It has the Eiffel Tower on it and it says Paris, and it was given to me by Ruben's mom. Technically she's my future mother-in-law, and it's weird to say that, but I'm excited. Today's video we're going to be doing the cheese souffle from the Be Our Guest song. I know they mentioned a lot of different foods. We could do hot hors d'oeuvres. Cheese souffle is the next thing, so that's what we're doing. I feel like a lot of people always do the gray stuff. It is delicious, but we're going to be trying something different today. I'm super excited because we're going to be using Lactose-Free Girls. She has a website. She has a recipe for dairy-free cheese souffle. I'm a lactose-free girl myself. So we're going to be doing 2 cheese souffles today. So my lovely assistant coming in soon, Ruben, he's going to be doing the dairy-filled cheese souffle, and I'm going to be doing the dairy-free cheese souffle. So you guys can see the difference between both. I'm going to try both of them and see how they compare. Hopefully my stomach can stomach it. Okay, so I'm super excited. Let's get into the video. I'll show you guys the ingredients. They're standing behind me right now. So to begin, we have our cute ramekins. Let me tell you how hard it was to find these. Okay, so we got 4 different one of them because the recipe calls for a specific kind that's a little bit bigger. We couldn't find them. We went to Target, we went to Walmart, we went to so many places to find it, and then we finally did. So this is what we got. This is what we're working with. So we're probably gonna do 2 tiny dairy-free, 2 tiny dairy-filled cheese souffles. And so for the ingredients, they both use all-purpose flour. We're going to use some unsalted butter. We have salt, nutmeg, and some paprika, and eggs. And in addition to that, for the dairy-free one, we're going to be doing this dairy-free Parmesan shredded cheese. I'm excited. We're going to be using Gruyere cheese that's also gluten-free and lactose-free. Got this at Publix. Super excited to try that one out. And I said this before in a video, all the kebab cheeses are dairy-free. So we are going to be using the sharp cheddar cheese for this one. And then for Ruben's, he's going to be using the grated Parmesan cheese, completely filled with dairy. And then some Swiss and Gruyere shredded cheese. Okay, so for the first step, we are going to butter the little ramekins. And then we're going to fill the bottom with Parmesan cheese. So dairy-free stuff is going to be in the blue and white, like my dress, and then the dairy-filled one is going to be in red and green. For Christmas! Next, we have added 2.5 tablespoons of unsalted butter to medium heat. So we're just going to let that start melting, and then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And now we're just going to mix the flour and the butter with a wooden spoon. The recipe says that you have to keep blending it in to make a smooth but somewhat loose paste. After about 2 minutes of moving and blending this around, we're going to add 1 cup of hot milk. And then we're going to use the wooden spoon and the whisk to mix it up. We've increased the heat to higher heat at the moment, and then we're using the whisk to mix everything slowly. Have to make sure to get everything from the bottom to the sides of the pan until it comes to a simmer. Also forgot to add that the milk that we used was lactate, so it was lactose free. We're using basically one pan to make the mixture for both of us, and then we're gonna start adding the cheese. One of them is gonna be dairy-free, and the other ones are gonna be just regular dairy-filled cheeses. And now we're just gonna start adding the seasonings. Basically, we're adding the paprika, nutmeg, salt, and ground pepper. They all have their measurements. We're just doing it basically a lo ojo, as good Latinos do. But it's half a teaspoon of paprika, a pinch of nutmeg, half a teaspoon of salt, and then it just says freshly ground pepper. So now we're just separating the egg whites and the egg yolks. It asks for 4 yolks and 5 egg whites. We didn't buy them separately, so we're doing au naturel. Usually it's like this, right?
I wouldn't, because if it touches the edge of the...
When it cracks?
Yep.
So we've separated them. We have 4 egg yolks and 5 egg whites ready to add them to the mixture. Beautiful. Now we have to scoop a quarter of the egg whites into the sauce and stir together with a wooden spoon. And now it's gonna get a little crazy. We need to turn the egg whites on top, rapidly, delicately, fold them in with a rubber spatula, alternating scoops of the spatula with sprinkles of coarsely grated cheese. So let's see how it's gonna go.
Quarter. So to just mix?
Yes. Let's start together. So here we got the one that's filled with dairy. So we split in the sauces into 2 different containers. So we're just adding about a cup of the cheese that you want. And then we're just gonna put that in the ramekin to go in the oven. And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna go to my little station. And over here we have my 2 little bowls. This is my mixture. We're about to add the cheese on it. So this Gruyere, I just tried it. It is amazing. I added the Parmesan as well as the kebab cheddar cheese. It's on here. We find it with our little Nutri-Bullet. We're gonna add it to the mixture and then put in the ramekin. Here's the mixture with all the cheese is added to it. Looks amazing. I'm excited. Now we're just gonna pour them in here. So the recipe says to basically draw a circle on the top just to ensure that the souffle raises. So we're doing that with a knife. And I love how you can tell which one's dairy-free and which one's not, because yours is like pouring with cheese. Now we're gonna be putting them, the rack has to be basically on the 3rd spot of the oven. We preheated it at 375, and now we're just gonna let them stay in there from 25 to 30 minutes. And they say not to open it because if not, they will deflate. So I will try my hardest because you know I love opening the oven for unnecessary amounts of time to look at them. So, bye guys. See you soon. Ah, that's my reflection. So lactose-free cheese. Your thoughts? Right? This is legit real cheese. I don't even want to buy the Publix ones anymore. This and the Cabot one, they're real cheese, real taste, but they're lactose-free. No tummy aches. Wow, that was a good slogan. You heard me?
I did.
No, you didn't. You're too infatuated with the cheese. Oh my god, look at our babies. They're ready! Oh my gosh! Wow, that green one is looking beautiful, of course. babies. Right, so they came out, and from the time we took to go from the oven to the table, they have deflated, but they came out great. So I'm excited to try them out. I got my dairy-free one here.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetit. You guys can see it. It just looks like a little souffle thing. Mmm. That's really airy. I don't know if you can see that. It's here. And the cheese got like really toasted, so it's good. You're not saying anything, you're eating.
Haven't eaten all day for this.
Don't lie.
A little bit of a snack, but you know.
He ate. Okay. Verdict in for the dairy-free one. It's really good.
We'll
I
have to
want to
get
try
taste
yours
them.
out. What's a big amount? I'll try it though. I give you a small amount. Don't hate on my dairy-free. Oh, they're hot.
Really can taste the difference. Really can.
Hot.
I'd say yours is a little saltier because of the type of cheese.
And yours is way cheesier.
I was about to say mine feels more sweeter, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, there really isn't
That big of
that
a
big
difference.
of a difference.
That's awesome.
This is hot. It's just so good.
I don't know if you can see the smoke coming out. But what we're saying was that this recipe is really fast-paced, and we were not ready for it because we were going through. And this has nothing to do with the actual recipe itself. It's just us. We were not prepared. Like, our cheese wasn't grated finally, so we had to do that really fast and then add all the ingredients, and we hadn't pre-measured them, so it was a little crazy for this one.
A little nuts.
Yeah.
But
Well
worth it.
Yep. And you can do it really fast. It took us about an hour
If that.
because we were not prepared.
Yeah.
But
It took us longer to have it cook than to actually prepare the whole thing.
true. Because then we just sat down and talked, and then all of a sudden they were ready, and you could smell them, and they smelled amazing. I'm happy. First time we've ever done a souffle. I thought it was really hard to make souffles as they do in the movies, where it's like nobody say a sound, make a noise, or whatever, because if not, it deflates by itself.
Yeah.
But apparently it deflates regardless
Yeah.
of what you do. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let us know if there's any other cool recipes that you want us to recreate. Just a little quick recap, just as we discussed, it's a really fast-paced recipe, so it might be really helpful to have the ingredients already set up beforehand, pre-measured, have all the cheese already finely grated as the recipe states. We were not prepared for it, so it happened really fast for us, but it was still really fun. It was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought making souffles was really hard, but it wasn't that bad. So if you guys want to try it out, I definitely recommend it. It's not as hard as it seems. If you hear any sounds, that's my dogs behind the door. We really liked it. Again, the recipe, the dairy-free one and the regular one, they both tasted great. The dairy-free one was a bit saltier, and then the other one was a bit sweeter, but they're still really good. So if you guys want to try them out, please let me know if you do. And shout out to Lactose Free Girl for having really cool recipes that are dairy-free. So I'll make sure to link it down below so you guys can check it out. And yeah, let me know if you guys have any other cool ideas of stuff you want me to try out while we're still safely in quarantine. I hope everybody's staying safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!